Okay, so yesterday we have discussed regarding your methods of compression. Okay, we have seen what is volumetric efficiency. Why do we need multi-stage compressors? Okay, so all these things we have understood, isn't it? Yeah. Other than that, what we have discussed regarding if your performance drop, what is going to happen? Okay, how your volumetric efficiency is going to drop and how your clearance volume is going to be varied, isn't it? These all things we have seen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so we are yet to discuss this diagram. I have just given you just an overview of the parts that are there in the complete line of your main air compressor. Okay, so the line is understood by everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the flow of the air, how it is happening, that is understood by everyone, right? All right.
Yes, sir.
So now we'll discuss one by one the parts of it. Okay, here your from the suction filter, your air is entering inside your the first stage of your air compressor, where it is getting compressed. How much pressure it is getting compressed?
6 bar.
Yeah. So what is dictating that? Why cannot I compress more than 10 bar in first stage itself?
So because the requirement of compressor size will be more.
Size will be more
Yes, sir.
because of the pressure ratio. Okay, if you see, suppose
And also the
pressure which
effective
is,
stroke will be lesser.
yeah, the pressure which I'm giving over here, let me say that is P1 pressure. Okay, at the inlet. After the discharge has happened, this pressure, for example, it is P2. So here, what pressure I'm getting at the inlet? In the second stage, what is the pressure at the inlet?
6 bar. 6 bar, sir.
Same P2, isn't it? Whatever
Yes,
pressure
sir.
will be the first stage discharge, that will be the second stage inlet. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the third stage, what we want to desire is how much? Onboard our ships, how much pressure we want?
30 bar.
30 bar.
P3 is 30 bar, right? So normally we design our compressors in such a way that their pressure ratio remain same. So that means P1 by P2 will be equals to P2 by P3. This is first stage inlet and outlet, second stage inlet outlet. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here P2 square will equals to P1 P3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
P2 equals to P1 by P1 P3 under root.
Yes, sir.
What is P1?
Sir, 1 bar.
1 bar. What is P3? What we want?
30.
30.
What is under root of 30?
The two. Almost
Yeah,
5.5, sir.
yeah, around 5.5 something, right? So
Yes,
that
sir. Yes, sir.
that will dictate your pressure which will be there on your outlet. Okay, I have written here 6 bar, but that is only for explanation purpose. But if you see on board, if you have two stage air compressor, this will not go beyond 5.5 bar. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this will depend upon the pressure ratio of your compressor. Okay, so if I take three stages, then it will become P3 by P4, and then again we have to calculate. When you will calculate that, you will come to know that it is not more than 3.5 bar. Okay, first stage pressure. So those who have worked in three stage compressor, you will see the first stage pressure will be around 3 bar. Agree? Second
Yes,
stage
sir.
will be around 10 bar, and then
10
the
bar.
third stage will be around 30 bar,
30.
isn't it?
Yes, yes, sir.
And one more thing, third stage pressure. Suppose this is my third stage pressure gauge. For example, just this is my third stage pressure gauge. It will not show what it is getting compressing. Okay, it will not show the inside pressure. It will show you the air bottle pressure. So this pressure will always be showing you the air bottle pressure. Okay, it will never show you 30 bar. If you see when your compressors are running, you will see the last pressure gauge, suppose it's unit number 2 or the unit number 3, it will be showing you whatever the air bottle pressure is maintaining, and this pressure will keep on rising as your air bottle will start to fill up. Okay, is it understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
सर ये
when your
प्रेशर
compressor,
सर ये
yeah,
प्रेशर रेशियो अगर 3 स्टेज होगा तो फिर उसके अकॉर्डिंगली वो अपना डिक्रीज होते जाएगा, जैसे अगर 4 स्टेज हुआ तो
first
30
stage का
बार अगर.
pressure will further decrease.
ओके
Okay, because we have 3 stages to compress up to 30 bar. Okay,
ओके सर.
for your air cooled compressors, normally we use 3-stage compressors, and for water cooled compressors, the tandem type of compressor, we use 2-stage compressor. Okay, but with more number of units. All right.
यस
सर
सर.
ये जो बताया आपने, आउटलेट ऑफ फाइनल स्टेज, तो जो मेन एयर बटन का जो प्रेशर दिखाएगा, ये सिर्फ 3 स्टेज एयर कंप्रेसर में है या फिर टैंडम कंप्रेसर दोनों के लिए
सभी
वाली
सभी
है?
सभी compressors में, if you see whenever your air compressor start and you will see the pressure gauges, you will not see 30 bar. Discharge pressure gauge 30 bar दिखता है?
नहीं सर.
ओके सर. नहीं सर.
It will be showing you around whatever the air bottle pressure is about, approximately that
26.
pressure will be showing. Okay, suppose the air bottle pressure is 22 bar and your air compressor starts, so at the discharge also you will be seeing 22 bar only. Okay, and slowly this will start to increase, it will reach to 23, 24, 25, and when it is reaching, air bottle pressure reaches about 28, suppose the cutoff pressure you have kept 28, so at 28 bar it will shut off. Okay, so it will always show you
सर
the bottle pressure all. Okay, approximately the
सर
bottle pressure. Hmm.
और व्हाई इट इज कंपल्सरी टू मेंटेन द प्रेशर रेशियो एट एवरी स्टेज वुड बी सेम?
What?
व्हाई द प्रेशर
Because
रेशियो?
you don't want your air to expand. Okay, आपको अपना air नहीं expand करना है. ठीक है, when it is going from one stage to second stage, if the air expands then the pressure will drop. You don't want that drop in pressure to happen. Okay,
ओके सर. ओके.
right.
सर ये आपने बोला
Now,
कि
hmm,
जस्ट एयर बॉटल के पहले वाला प्रेशर गेज एंड आउटलेट का प्रेशर गेज सेम होगा, रीडिंग सेम दिखाएगा.
what I told you, whatever your, like suppose you have 3 units, then the third unit pressure gauge will be showing you the bottle pressure. Okay, will be showing you this line pressure, not the bottle pressure, but the line pressure, isn't it? And the line pressure will be approximately equals to your bottle pressure. Do you agree?
यस सर.
Inside what it is generating, it is not showing you that pressure. Okay, inside it will be 30 bar, but then it is going to go outside, it is going to go on this line, then the pressure will drop down.
ओके.
Okay, because here I don't have 30 bar, it will also exert a back pressure, right? The bottle, ऐसा तो है नहीं, this bottle air is not going to give any back pressure to your air which is coming.
सर बट वो 30 बार मतलब वो तो नॉन रिटर्न वॉल रहता है ना, राइट?
Yeah, and I agree, non-return valve, that's why I didn't tell you exactly main air bottle, but approximately, right?
ओके.
Use the word approximately to your air bottle pressure. Okay, you have a non-return valve, your air cannot flow back. Okay, but after compression inside the your cylinder, it is coming out into this line,
यस सर.
and that is when it is going to little bit expand. Okay, and it will show lesser pressure as compared to what is generating inside your unit. Okay,
यस सर.
and as your air bottle pressure increases, the pressure here in the line also keeps on increasing, and then you will start to read more pressure in your pressure gauge. Okay, approximately it is equal. Okay, your
Yes.
main air bottle and the line pressure after your last stage. All right, so we will go with this example only, 6 bar. Okay, for now. Okay, but you understood that it will not be more than 5.5. Okay, understood?
यस सर.
Okay, आप अपने diagrams में correction करना है तो आप you can make the correction also. Okay, so I am my air has been compressed in my number 1 unit. Okay, so in number 1 stage the discharge has happened, and this discharge will first flow through your relief valve. What will be the setting of this relief valve? I have written over here. How much I have written?
Not more than 10%
Of the first stage pressure. Okay, first stage pressure. So first stage pressure suppose is 6 bar. How much is the 10% of 6 bar?
6.6 हो जाएगा.
6.6.
Okay,
6.6.
so it should not be more than this bar pressure. Okay, the relief setting of the relief valve. Okay, it should not be more than this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'm going through a. I will I will take these separately also. Don't worry. Just a overview we are doing. Then it will go to a air cooler. Sorry, your intercooler. Okay, this is your intercooler. This intercooler, what is happening is it has tubes. Suppose this is shell and
It,
tube type. Okay, for example, so tubes रहेगा. So inside the tube, your air is going to flow inside the tube because I do not want my air to expand. Okay, that's why tube will offer me the less area, so your air will
yes,
not
sir.
expand. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and here my cooling media will be coming. That is my cooling water, whatever mechanism we are using. Okay, right now we are using tandem compressor. We will call it as water cooled. Okay, cooling water. It will be flowing here, and in the cooling water side, you will be having one safety, which is known as bursting disc. Okay, this is one safety of your compressor. We will discuss slightly later about it.
Sir, it is
Then
inside
hmm,
the cooling water.
cooling water, yeah, that is your fresh water.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it can be your plate type heat exchanger. It can be your what shell and tube type of heat
Shell and
exchanger,
tube.
or it can be, or if it is air cooled type, then obviously this type of arrangement will be not there. There will be a. Yesterday I showed you the radiator,
Though,
right?
yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so in radiator, what is there in the radiator? You have the coil like this
Coil,
in which
sir.
the air is flowing, and you have this fin coils. Okay, a lot of fins will be there on this coil to increase the surface area, and the air will be passing through this fins. So what it will do? It will cool the air. Okay, what is flowing from the inside of this tube? It will try to cool the air. Okay,
सर एयर कूल्ड में हमारे इंटरकूलर के बदले रेडिएटर्स हो जाते हैं.
that is intercooler only. Okay,
ओके ओके.
वो intercooler ही है.
यस
Okay,
सर. ओके.
intercooler is a type of a cooler. Okay, here also radiator is also a cooler.
यस सर.
I've used
Yes,
radiator
sir.
because for you to understand much more efficiently. Okay, I've used that term. All right, like आपकी cars में है, right? Every
यस सर.
everyone
Yes,
might
sir.
have shown that. हाँ?
आगे रहता है, sir.
आगे की तरफ रहता है जो, ठीक है. So this is your cooling media flowing from here. Then the cooling medium is going to flow from your mist catcher. You can see a drain valve also is provided over here, right? This is manual drain valve, okay, which will be utilized when you have to run the compressor in manual mode. Okay, sometimes surveyors will ask you how will you start your compressor in manual mode. So don't tell I will start the button and it will start. Okay,
You'll open the
this
drain.
is, yeah, you have to open the drains because you have to dictate a unloader kind of a situation. Okay, at that point. So I will come to it later on. Then it is going to a mist catcher. What is the function of my mist catcher?
To prevent any moisture or vapor particles to pass through the
Yeah,
air.
to
Pass with
remove
the air.
the water and your
Oil content.
oil particles, right? Oil particles,
Yes,
so
sir.
it will drain out from the unloader, and then the air which is having much more cleaner air. I told you, the quality of the air is going to increase, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
that air is going to your second stage. Again, the second stage will be having a pressure gauge, again a relief valve. What will be the setting pressure of this relief valve? Not more than
10% of the
10% of working
second
pressure
stage.
of second stage, right? How much it will be?
Sir,
33.
33.
Okay, not more than 33 bar. Okay, setting pressure. Then it will
Yes,
go to
sir.
the aftercooler. Same mechanism will be there, but the thing is, bursting disk will be only in one of the cooler, either in intercooler or in aftercooler. Okay, why? Because water is a closed system. Okay, I will come to it later on. Let us just complete this flow of your air. Okay, so this goes here again to mist catcher. Again, it will remove. Do I need this after cooler actually? Is this after cooler affecting my compressor performance?
नो
सर
सर
कंप्रेसर
Not
परफॉर्मेंस
close.
अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा सर, लेकिन मेन एयर बॉटल में
यस सर
इफ वी यूज आफ्टर कूलर
Yeah.
देन we'll be able to store more air in the main air bottle.
Excellent.
More.
The words that you should use here is whenever you cool the air, the mass density of the air is going to increase. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like if you talk about your air cooler in your main engine, we call it increases the density of the air, right?
Yes, sir.
So if increases the density, okay, after cooling, if I'm removing the unwanted parts like your air and your fuel, air and your oil,
Moisture.
moisture and your oil, so I can store much amount of air. Obviously, the density has also increased. I can store much quantity of air inside it in my air bottle. Agree?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after cooler is entirely for your main air bottle. Intercooler is for the performance of your compressor. Is this point understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
सर हम ऐसे ही बोल सकते हैं वॉल्यूम डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं एयर का
Volume decrease कर रहा है. It is increasing the mass density, not the volume. It is decreasing. Okay.
मतलब सर टेम्परेचर
Volume
टेम्परेचर
is wait. So where the volume is actually decreasing inside your
पिस्टन
unit, right?
Sir,
Inside
in the
stages. Okay. The pressure is increasing and the volume is reducing.
यस
Agreed?
सर
यस सर
Okay. So mist catcher or your after cooler, what they are doing is they are improving the quality of the air. Okay. Also the air cooler, when you cool down, you will drain out the water. So what will happen? The density of air will increase. The molecules will be much closer to each other. And because of it, I can store much more amount of air in my air bottle. Agreed?
यस सर
Okay. So this is the main function of your after cooler. Now I told you, ये सब याद रखना, at what pressure your high relief valves are set. These are the that cross questions. Okay. At what pressure relief valve setting is there. Okay. Now I told you like after cooler and intercooler are exactly same. Okay. Suppose it is a tube type of cooler, but your bursting disk will be either in intercooler or in outer cooler. Okay. After cooler. दोनों में से किसी एक में. Why? Because water is a closed system. If you see, this is my suppose one cooler, and this is suppose a tube going through this cooler. This is my intercooler. And here my bursting disk is present.
तो
Normally
टॉप
if
पे
I
रहता है बस्टिंग
what
डिस्क बस्टिंग
what
टॉप पे रहता है टॉप पे
हाँ टॉप पे बनाया ना.
यस सर
Yeah. So this is cooling media in. Okay. Cooling water out. Air in, air out. All right. So the first of all, let us see what is the pressure at which this bursting disk is going to burst. So it should not burst at cooling water pressure. Do you agree?
यस सर
Okay, because water pressure will always be acting over in this bursting disk because it is mounted on the water side. Do you agree?
यस सर
So at least with water pressure, it should not burst. Okay. So water pressure generally it is not more than 3 bar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But this bursting should not also burst more than 6 bar of pressure. First stage ka pressure should not burst at more than first stage pressure. Okay. That means my first stage pressure, suppose it is 5.5 bar. Then the bursting pressure will be in between 3 to 5.5 in this range. It will be suppose set at 4.5 bar. Okay. It should not be less than the water pressure because otherwise water will burst it. Agree? Without any leakage. And it should not be more than the first stage discharge pressure. Because suppose this is the air inlet after my first stage, suppose it is 5.5 bar, okay, pressure. Now, when this tube is going to burst, then only this air will increase the water pressure further.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it will increase. This is 5.5 bar, this is 3 bar. When 5.5 bar will go, will air will go to the water side or water will come to the air side?
So A will
Air
go
will
to the
go to
water
water
side.
Air
side.
will go to water side.
Yeah, air pressure is more. So it is going to increase the pressure of my water.
Yes,
Do you agree?
sir. Yes, sir.
So the bursting disk will burst. Okay. But if the bursting disk pressure is more than bursting pressure is more than 6 bar, will it burst?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hence, the bursting pressure of your bursting disk in your intercooler or aftercooler, wherever it is mounted, it should be always less than first stage discharge pressure. Okay. And more than your water pressure. Do you agree with this statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please write it down.
सर डिस्चार्ज
Okay.
सर डिस्चार्ज प्रेशर से ज्यादा ही होगा ना सर इसका बर्स्टिंग डिस्क का.
Okay. First stage discharge pressure से ज़्यादा हुआ. Suppose it is bursting at 6 bar. What is the condition? Suppose our first stage का intercooler leak कर गया. Will this bursting disk will burst?
इंटरकूलर
Will
नहीं,
this
नहीं, water
bursting
तो
disk
बाहर
burst?
नहीं गिरेगा, sir.
It will never go above 6 bar. No chance. If the pressure, maximum pressure is 5.5 bar, how it will go to 6 bar, right? So it has to be less than the first stage discharge pressure, but more than your water pressure. Okay. So it lies, this is my first stage discharge pressure. Agree? That we calculated, right? Can you see here? P2.
यस
This is
सर.
first stage discharge pressure. Agreed? Everyone?
यस
Yes, sir.
5.5.
And 3 bar is my water pressure, for example. So it should burst in between this. So I have taken a value 4.5 bar. So supplier will give you a bursting disk and he will mention at what pressure it is bursting. Okay. But you also have to give the details for ordering this thing. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके
एक
सर.
मिनट और सर सर बर्स्टिंग डिस्क प्रेशर या इसको मैनिपुलेट कर सकते हैं या फिर जो मैन्युफैक्चरर है उसके द्वारा ये फिक्स रहता है.
No, no, no. You cannot do anything about it. It's a disk. एक ऐसा plate आएगा. Okay. It is will be like one plate. Okay. And that plate will be kept here, bolted here. Okay. If it is made up of brass material or
Copper.
something, if I'm not wrong, copper or brass. Okay. I have to check it, the material of it. Uh, Maybe I've
Sir,
written
इसके लिए
something.
thickness you should
Copper.
check. Sir,
Copper, right?
small
Copper, na?
question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Yeah.
copper है.
I don't know where I've written it, but I will search it. So that they have already tested that this material is going to burst at so and so pressure, and they will tell you that we will send you the pressure. You have to tell the manufacturers like this is my inlet pressure, this is my first stage discharge pressure. Okay, this is my water pressure on board the system. Please supply accordingly, and he will choose somewhere in between. Okay, is it clear?
Excuse me, sir.
ओके सर.
Follow.
Sir, at my last oral, the surveyor asked me what is the use of Barastum disk. I said we are having the intercooler and the copper tubes was there. So any holes present inside the copper tubes, the air may get leak into the water side and bursting is going to burst. Instead of intercooler, it is a sacrificing, like it's going to release the pressure, like it will burst. So he's asking what is the main use. So I answered this question, but he's not accepting. Is there any reason was there like that?
Okay, let me just complete first of all. हाँ,
Yes, sir.
एक इसको कंप्लीट करें बर्स्टिंग डिस्क वाले टॉपिक को, उसके बाद आंसर करें इसको. चलेगा?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just give me 2-3 minutes more, then I will answer it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So यहाँ तक समझ आया that bursting pressure, setting pressure is what pressure and what factors it is depending upon.
यस सर.
Yeah. Okay. Now the concept why we need only why I have bursting disk only in my intercooler or in my aftercooler, because I told you water is a closed system. This is my aftercooler, suppose. Always remember this is first stage discharge pressure, huh? Less than first stage discharge pressure, not second stage discharge pressure, first stage discharge pressure. Now this is the tube from which the air is flowing. How much pressure it will be? 30?
30.
30 bar. Yes, sir.
30 in and out. Okay. Now, if this tube leaks, this water is going here. So outlet of this is going to inlet of the first stage. Agree? Water is closed system. So if the tube leaks of my after cooler, will the complete water pressure is going to increase?
Yes, sir.
Particle
Yes,
Yes,
pressure
sir.
increase hoga, right? And
Yes, sir.
it will still going to burst your first stage. Do you agree? Because
Yes,
the
sir.
water is a closed system. So if any of the tube leaks, it will increase the water pressure of the whole system. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I can either have it over in my intercooler, my bursting disk, or I can either have it here in my aftercooler. But the setting pressure will be according to the first stage only, huh?
Yes, sir. First stage. First
Not
stage.
more than first stage discharge pressure. Is this
Hmm.
understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
सर इसका आउटलेट आफ्टर कूलर का जो वाटर का आउटलेट है वो हमारा जाएगा इंटरकूलर के इनलेट पे,
Yeah.
तो मतलब टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस हो जाएगा सर।
No problem, ना?
सर तो
कोई
फिर
बात
कूलिंग
नहीं.
एफिशिएंसी भी तो डिक्रीज हो जाएगी
Yeah,
अगर।
but it will not affect that much. Water quantity is very high. Okay.
अच्छा
The air flow is very air quantity is less and the water flow is very high. So it will not affect that much. Obviously, it is going to affect that much. That's why we are giving it to the higher temperature region first. Okay. Which is a 30 bar temperature thing. Okay. पहले उस पे दे रहे हैं. And it is not like it is flowing एक से होके दूसरे से जा रहा है. दोनों साथ में ही रहते हैं ये. And water is
Two pressure.
surrounded by, like if I tell you, okay, I'll show you how it is.
सर ये
Say,
आफ्टर कूलर तो
hold on,
सेकंड
hold
स्टेज
on.
के बाद होता
I'll
है
show
ना?
you. Wait. I'll show you how it looks like. Then you will understand that it is not like. See, this is my intercooler and aftercooler tubes. So water is obviously over here. So water is actually a common thing. ठीक है? ऐसा नहीं है जिस तरीके से
ओके
diagram. In the diagram, I have to explain it like this. Okay. But you can see over here, I have one set of tubes over here, one set of tubes over here. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
And this complete chamber is filled by
Water.
water. Okay.
हाँ
So
सर,
water is
मतलब
common.
सर पानी का जो जैकेट है, दैट जैकेट इज अ कॉमन चेंबर, करेक्ट
Yeah.
सर?
Correct. Okay. So
Okay.
pressure is going to rise. That's why I told you water is a closed system. Okay. It is
जो सर
not
कॉइल
separate
दिखाया था
system.
आपने, कॉइल में एयर है तो अलग अलग वो क्यों कैसे दिया है, मतलब क्यों दिया हुआ है?
Because first stage ये आपका first stage के बाद intercooler, after cooler वो sorry after your what do you say ये drains, unloader, oil separator वहां पे भी जाएगा ना.
डायग्राम वो फिर से वो फिगर दिखाई वो मतलब।
देखो suppose this is my first stage, this is my second stage for example. ठीक है. This is the inlet, this is the outlet. After this it is where it is going after cooler. It is going to separator,
Unloaded.
unloader and your
Yes,
drain
sir.
separator, and then
Yes,
it
Yes,
will go
sir.
to second stage inlet,
yes,
second
sir.
stage outlet. When it will go, it will come here.
ओके
We
ओके
agree
ठीक।
now? Understood?
यस
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
सर
अभी पूछो क्या क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे? Like why bursting disk is provided, huh?
यस
Yes,
सर
sir.
Okay. So first of all, it is a safety. So safety for your
इंटरकूलर।
compressor, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is a safety for your compressor first of all. Okay. Suppose this bursting disk is not provided and your intercooler tube burst. What is going to happen?
so we can say that it will be the indication of leakage in tubes.
Obviously, it is an indication for the leakage of tube. That is one of the points why it is given. Okay.
So then the compressor won't work properly. Like you won't be able to supply air.
The test
Yes, sir.
pressure.
Efficiency.
Wait. Test pressure of jacket. जैकेट वाटर रहता है आपका. ठीक है. The test or the cooling water, the test pressure is how much? 1.5 times the working pressure. Okay. So how much it is? 1.5 times. Suppose working pressure of my water is 3 bar. How much it will become?
4.5.
4.5।
4.5 bar. Okay. This is the test pressure of my जैकेट। ओके, यहाँ पे आपका लाइनर में जैकेट भी रहेगा। डू यू एग्री?
Hmm.
Liner is also cooled, right? Like main engine
Yes, sir.
liners. Okay. Even
Yes,
in
sir.
your air cooled compressor में आप देखोगे तो where the liners are, you will see the fins. ठीक है, fins देखे ना वहाँ पे in the
हाँ सर, हाँ हाँ सर.
I'll just show you it. And these fins are what purpose they are provided for?
Surface area बढ़ाने के लिए.
Heat transfer, sir.
To increase the surface area, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Surface area, more the surface area, more the airflow will be there, and more it will. This is
Cool.
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 RAC.
Got it.
So you can see the fins over here in the cylinder itself. ठीक है, cylinder head पे भी हैं, and in your liner also it is there. This is your intercooler. You can see the fins over here. Okay, and after cooler coils you can see inside. Okay, so you can see a lot of fins are there. These fins are given to increase the surface area, to increase like the surface area for the cooling, right?
For heat exchange, yes, sir.
Yeah, for the heat exchange. Now we come back to the question itself, like why this? Why, if it is not given, what is going to happen? Suppose this 30 bar air is going to starts to leak out. What do you think? What is going to happen?
The efficiency of
Don't
the
you think
compressor will be
if I don't have
Jacket.
any, don't you think if I don't have any safety mechanism, my chances of my cooler bursting is more? 30 bar is not small quantity. Do you think your
Yes, sir.
intercooler are designed in a
To
similar way as
withstand.
your main air bottles?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. So these are not very thick as compared to your main air bottles, right? So they are going to burst. Okay. If your bursting disk is not there, it is going to burst. It has happened in one of my vessel actually. Uh, I was not on board at that moment when I was junior engineer. I came to know by my third engineer, previous third engineer, what they did. They didn't have this bursting disk, okay, spare, and bursting disk burst. So they figure it out by doing test and all, which tube is leaking. They plug the tubes and then they fix it back. But they don't have a new bursting disk. Once the bursting disk is burst, you cannot reuse it. You have to use a new one. So he put a metal plate there. Now you don't know at what pressure the metal plate is going to burst. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Again, leakage happened and compressor bursted. Okay, the jacket completely, this cooler completely burst out. It shattered into pieces. 30 bar is not a small pressure. Agree?
Yes,
and
sir.
and your coolers are not thick enough to handle this pressure. That's why आप देखो bursting pressure कितना है. It is very less.
1.5.
Approximately 4.5 बार के approximately आसपास रहता है. ठीक है, depending upon your manufacturer. But if 30 bar is, if there is no bursting disk and this 30 bar leaks, it is going to break everything in pieces, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So it's a safety mechanism. ठीक है. Second thing also, it will give you the indication that your tubes are started to leak. You can stop the system. Okay, and you can do the checks which tube is leaking, and so later on you have to do the corrective actions accordingly. Okay, is it understood?
Sir, I said this
Yes.
one, and you were saying, okay, you put the bursting disk. Okay, you're not having bursting disk. Can we put a relief valve instead of bursting disk? So same thing,
Yes,
relief valve also doing same thing. No,
yes.
why can't you put?
You can put relief valve also in place of bursting discs. Okay, you will see over here.
द सेम क्वेश्चन मुझसे मतलब मेरे दोस्त से भी पूछा गया था कि बस्टिंग डिस्क अगर स्पेयर नहीं बचाया हुआ है तो आप क्या वो अल्टरनेटिव है वो मेक शिफ्ट करेंगे। और दूसरा क्वेश्चन था कि पहले कौन सा लिफ्ट होता है, रिलीफ वॉल या फिर ये होता है बस्टिंग डिस्क।
रिलीफ वॉल फर्स्ट स्टेज का या फिर बर्स्टिंग डिस्क, दोनों का क्राइटेरिया इज डिफरेंट, राइट?
इसका तो पूछे थे पहले कौन सा अगर हुआ तो कौन सा पहले वो होगा
So
एक्शन में
that
आएगा।
means he wanted to know that do you understand what is the first stage, your relief valve relieving pressure? Okay, now relief valve को उससे mix up मत करो. That relief valve is separate. That is first stage discharge relief valve. Agree? In the
Yes,
diagram.
sir. Yes, sir.
And right now I'm talking about in place of bursting disc, you can also give relief valves. Can you see over here intercooler and aftercooler in this
Yes, sir.
diagram? Okay, they have given relief valves in place of bursting disc here. Okay, so it will release the pressure. Okay, but it will be continuously releasing the pressure. Okay, it will be continuously open only. Do you agree? If your tube starts to leak,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have to
In
stop
that
the
case,
system. Bolo.
in that case, the relief valve will release what? Water or air?
Water.
Water.
Obviously water.
Okay.
It is fitted on the water side. Can you see here? आपको blue section में ही दिख रहा है वो दोनों तरफ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
it is there in the water side only. It will release water. It will tell you that okay, आओ मेरे को ठीक करो. ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
Sir, one more question regarding this one. So he
Hmm.
was saying, I said this answer why Baraston this was provided, and he was asking like, okay, the air is leaking in the water, but the jacket water inlet outlet was there. So the water pressure was there. So you said that over pressure means Baraston this will be burst. So the water can chances it can go to jacket water outlet, so it can recirculate. So your time will be more for Baraston this. Is there any chances was like that? Like the
For what?
air is
For
going
what?
sir, he's asking like Baraston this was there,
Hmm.
so the tubes got leaked, so but
Okay.
the air is going with this jacket water outlet. So your time period like you're leaking you don't know, but the still it's leaking. So how can you know that the water is also like the air is going with jacket water outlet? The Baraston disc won't burst, so what you will do?
Bursting disc will not burst and air is going with jacket water.
Yes
Sir,
sir,
you can
outlet.
see,
Outlet setup.
expansion tank will know, sir. Bubbles.
Expansion.
Expansion tank is later thing. Your bursting disc should burst first of all. Okay.
But if they
Why
put the wrong
water
bursting
come
disc, it
out
will
like a
not burst.
mist, sir,
Wait.
due to high pressure?
I still did not get the question very thoroughly. Okay. You can see over here. Okay. This is my air going. Okay. This is the air part. Water part is this. They're not from the line diagram here, but you are saying that air will go through jacket water. This is what you're saying.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Now you don't understand one thing. Is your water compressible?
नहीं sir.
No, sir.
Can
No, sir.
water be compressed? Or any liquid
No
can be
liquid.
compressed?
No sir, no
So
liquid
No,
going
sir.
to.
as soon as the leakage will happen, what is going to happen to the pressure? Okay.
It
Rise.
may increase. It
It
may
is going to
increase.
increase and bursting this is going to burst. Is it clear?
Oh, but that answer I said to the
This
surveyor
air which is
is not
leaking out, obviously it is going to go into their expansion tank. Okay, that is understood. Air भी तो कहीं जाएगा ही. It will increase pressure, but it will go somewhere. Uh, it is not like it will
Yes sir.
stay on there only, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is also going to go in the expansion tank. वो bubbles generate हो रहे हैं. That is a different story. But as soon as the air leaks, your pressure will immediately rise because of the Pascal's law, and pressure when the pressure is going to rise, your bursting disk is meant to be burst. Okay, it does not mean bursting disk will not burst. Maybe he was trying to check you in this. Sometimes they will try to confuse you in the questions. Okay, if you will say something else or something wrong, then they will catch you. But the answer that you said, it is absolutely correct. Okay, but what circumstance they have given you, like he asked you about if air is leaking out with jacket water, you said like that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but still the pressure is going to rise of the water. So
Yes,
his
sir. Yes, sir.
question was, will the bursting disk burst or not, right? It is going to
Yes,
burst.
sir. I said it's going to burst. So he's saying,
Ah,
okay, only one. I said it's a safety device, and in case of pressure was building inside this intercooler, so bursting is going to burst. So he's asking,
yes.
okay, then what? Then what? So any another thing was there, like they
Then what, you
provided the
have to
bursting.
stop it and then you have to do the corrective action of it. If bursting disk is going to burst, you will be having huge amount of water loss, isn't it? आपके इंजन रूम में गिरेगा ये सारा पानी, वेयर एवर योर compressors are being installed. The compressor,
Sir,
it will spray water everywhere.
sir, if
Yeah,
suppose in the same scenario he's telling, suppose we install the wrong bursting disc, so it is for a higher pressure. So the indications will be what will be the indications, sir? Suppose the air tube is
somewhere
leaking.
something is going to break. Okay,
Yes, sir.
wherever the
First the pressure
weakest,
gauge will fluctuate, no, sir. Pressure gauge will
wherever
fluctuate,
the
no, sir.
weakest, wherever the weakest link will be there, that is going to burst. You are not standing in front of main air compressor that you will come to know my pressure is fluctuating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
But gauge will fluctuate, no, sir. We
gauge
won't
will
know.
obviously in this case also
Fluctuate.
gauge is going to fluctuate.
Fluctuate. Yes,
If
sir.
you have 4.5 bar this thing also, so suddenly small leakage starts to happen, the fluctuation will obviously will be here also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You will be having loss in pressure. All right, so what is the medium which is going inside the tubes in burst in your coolers?
Air.
Water.
Air.
Inside the
दो
tube
चीजें
is
बोल दी,
air.
एक चीज एयर. ओके, व्हाई एयर?
Inside the tube air.
Why air?
To
Because we don't
so
want to give
as
the
to
space
prevent
to expand it.
expand.
Yes, because we do not want the air to expand, okay, and lose the pressure. That's why air always flows within the tubes, okay, not outside the tubes.
सर अभी जिसने अभी क्वेश्चन पूछा था ना, उन्होंने बोला ना कि ये जैकेट साइड में जाएगा एयर,
Hmm.
तो वो कैसे जाएगा, मतलब वो समझा नहीं मैं.
Now that is dependent upon your, अगर आपके पास अपना वाला मैनुअल है तो मेरे को सेंड करो, मैं एक बार आपका लाइन डायग्राम देख लूं. हाँ,
मेरे पास
दिस सम इसी टाइप का मैनुअल चाहिए. आई हैव मैनुअल फॉर एयर कंप्रेसर एयर कूल टाइप. ओके, आई नीड वाटर कूल टाइप. तो उसमें उससे मैं लाइन डायग्राम से आपको दिखा दूंगा.
हाँ सर, भेजता हूँ सर.
Yeah? भेज दो.
हाँ सर.
और सर
Alright.
एक्सपेंशन ट्यूब वाले भी क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, वो क्वेश्चन है क्या एक्चुअली में?
एक्सपेंशन ट्यूब, एक्सपेंशन टैंक,
एक्सपेंशन सस्पेंशन टैंक वाला जो क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं ना,
क्या पूछते हैं?
वही पूछना, ये बहुत सुना हो कि
वो पूछते हैं
एक्सपेंशन
व्हाई
टैंक में बबल
एक्सपेंशन
होता है.
टैंक इज गिवन, ये क्वेश्चन आ जाता है.
नहीं,
व्हाई,
बबल
व्हाट
क्यों
इज द
होता है वो?
पर्पस ऑफ, व्हाट इज द
बबल
पर्पस ऑफ
होता है.
एक्सपेंशन टैंक?
हाँ सर, फिर बबल
यही.
क्यों होता है वो ऐसा? हाँ, बबल क्यों होता है उसमें? जैसे कि अभी आपने बताया ना कि एक्सपेंशन टैंक वाला स्टोरी है आपने बोला, तो उसमें
यस,
बबलिंग होती है वो.
इफ एयर गोज टू योर एक्सपेंशन टैंक बबल्स तो आएंगे ही.
सो वो लाइन मेरे को देखना था वो.
ओह, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू, जिसके पास मैनुअल है मेरे को एक बार भेज दो, ठीक है, फोटोग्राफ. वी विल एक्सप्लेन इट, ठीक है. थोड़ा थोड़ा डिले करते हैं इस क्वेश्चन को, कर लेंगे. एक बार लाइन डायग्राम आने दो, अभी
सर वो
बनाना शुरू
बबल्स,
करूंगा तो टाइम लगेगा.
सर बबल्स इसमें नहीं दिखेगा सर, अपना साइड ग्लास में.
साइड ग्लास में भी दिखेगा आपको, ठीक है. ऑन द एंड ऑफ योर water you have one side glass. Let me just
यस
show
सर.
you the side glass. That is actually to know that if your water flow is good or not. You can see over here, this is the outlet line. You can see a side glass over here, okay, and there is a ball also present over here, okay. Have you seen this water cooled, guys? जिसने water cooled किया है compressors?
हाँ सर.
Have you
हाँ
seen?
सर.
यस
Yeah.
सर. यस सर.
So this is to indicate that if your water flow is there or not in the system. Okay. So suppose if water flow is there, what will be the position of the ball?
राइट ऑन टॉप सर.
Right on top sir. ऊपर रहेगा.
Yeah. But when the water flow will not be there, it will drop down.
Yes sir. Bottom
यस
पे आ
सर.
जाएगा.
Yeah. So this is for the indication part. If your water flow is there, but if air is also coming out, you can see bubbles also over here. Some bubbles. Okay. Air bubbles.
Yes sir.
You can see it from here also.
सर मैनुअल भेज दिया सर.
Yeah.
सेम पैरामीटर ही है.
I will see in a minute. First इसको discuss कर लें complete.
हाँ सर.
All right. So
एक
suppose
चीज
now,
सर,
hmm,
सर 3 स्टेज एयर कूलिंग जो कंप्रेसर है, उसमें तो परसेंटेज नहीं मतलब होती होगी.
no, on that we don't have. Water cooled में रहता है bursting discs. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
सर वो आपने वो जो क्वेश्चन बीच में बोला था कि why bursting disk will be only in after cooler intercooler sir.
Because water is a closed system. So wherever the bursting disc will be there, whenever any tube of intercooler or aftercooler is going to burst, it is already going to increase the water pressure only, है ना? And water pressure is common for first stage and second stage, isn't it?
हाँ सर. हाँ सर.
So कहीं से भी फटे, आपका प्रेशर तो पानी का इंक्रीज होगा, एंड बर्स्टिंग डिस्क इज गोइंग टू एक्सपीरियंस दैट प्रेशर. ओके. And bursting disk is dependent upon the first stage discharge pressure and your water pressure, not the second stage discharge pressure. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now suppose
सर
bursting disk.
जैसे ये लड़का कह रहा था, उसने आंसर दिया था सर इस बस्टिंग डिस्क का, तो वो
Hmm.
एक्सेप्ट क्यों नहीं किया सर सर्वेयर ने?
Now exact wording I cannot tell ना what surveyor was exactly trying to ask. Sometimes क्या होता है ना, आपसे कुछ पूछा है, आपको क्या समझ आया क्वेश्चन, वो आपका प्रोस्पेक्टिव है, बट व्हाट ही वांटेड टू आस्क that could be different.
मैं भी सर हो सकता है
Yeah,
सर।
sometimes these things happens, huh? I understand because I have been also a part of this you know, orals and all. Lot of times I've personally I've taken orals of lot of students in, you know, mock orals. So after orals I'm asking them few questions कि यार ये इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्यों नहीं दिया, but he is not able to understand the question itself. कई बार ऐसा होता है. Okay, we have also experienced when we are going to for orals, we think like we have given everything correct, but still he did not accepted it because we did not understand his question completely. Okay, what words he was using, हम उसको अलग तरीके से समझेंगे तो हम भी किसी को अलग तरीके से बोलेंगे. डू यू एग्री विद दिस?
हाँ सर।
या तो कभी कभार ये प्रॉब्लम आता है. इट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. एक बार लाइन डायग्राम से कंफर्म कर लेंगे. ठीक है.
हेलो सर।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
हम्म.
हेलो
या बोलो बोलो.
सर, सिलेंडर हेड गैस्केट का कुछ रिलेशन है क्या बस्ट इन डिस्क बस्ट होने का और जैकेट वाटर के लिए?
सिलेंडर हेड का
सिलेंडर में
कोई
गैस्केट का मतलब डैमेज वगैरह हो गया तो उसका कुछ रिलेशन है क्या? मतलब एक्सपांशन टैंक से
विद व्हाट?
एयर आ सकती है?
विद व्हाट?
एक्सपांशन टैंक से मतलब पानी बाहर आता है, मेरे शिप पे हुआ था और पूरे सिस्टम में भी एयर गया था।
व्हाट
मैंने
कूलर
अगर
यू, व्हाट एयर कंप्रेसर यू आर हैविंग?
एयर
टैंडम टाइप?
कंप्रेसर ये सेम सर टनर है।
Okay, then what intercooler, sorry, या सिलेंडर हेड गैस्केट
गैस्केट
से रिलेशन
हाँ
पूछ रहे हो
डैमेज
आप? रिलेशन पूछ
डैमेज
रहे हो.
हुआ
ओके.
था, उसकी वजह से
ओके
हुआ था
ओके
क्या?
ओके, अंडरस्टूड अंडरस्टूड.
यस
नाउ
सर।
व्हाट हैपेंस कि आप इन योर सिलेंडर हेड आल्सो वाटर इज सर्कुलेटिंग. एग्री?
जैकेट वाटर।
Okay, jacket water is also flowing through your cylinder head. Okay, so if I show you here, if we can open the cylinder head once, you will see. Can you see the channels? uh, Let me wait. Can you see these channels over here? यहाँ पे grooves दिख रहे हैं आपको?
यस सर।
Okay,
Yes, sir.
some are for the airflow from first stage to second stage. Okay, first stage का discharge has to go to second stage also. Agree?
यस सर।
And second stage discharge also has to come. Okay, and some of these holes are for your water flow. And if your gasket leaks or your gasket is damaged, cylinder head gasket which is going to come over here, can my air find its path to your water side?
यस सर।
Yeah, so that is what he's. Do you understand who asked the question?
यस सर समझा।
Yeah. Okay, because you can see, अभी आप देखो, अभी clearly आपको दिखेगा, you can see lot of passes here. Okay, lot of grooves over here. Some are for your air and some are for your water to pass. ठीक है. And on top of it gasket is coming and then cylinder head. So if the gasket is damaged, then there is possibility that your air will come to your water side.
Hmm.
Yeah.
यस सर।
Okay.
एक्सक्यूज मी
So
सर।
let me.
सर या फिर वो
Hmm.
एक चीज और लास्ट में,
बोलो
बस वो जब आपने बोला बर्स्टिंग डिस्क, तो वो मतलब ऐसा कोई रेलेवेंट फिनोमेना नहीं है कि एक में किसी में भी लगाना पड़ेगा, कि हम किसी में भी लगा सकते हैं, मतलब आफ्टर कूलर या इंटर कूलर
It can
किसी
be
एक में भी लगा
anywhere,
सकते?
anywhere in the
ओके।
water system. ठीक है. Either
ओके।
in the intercooler or in the aftercooler. ठीक है. Doesn't affect because water is common for both.
ओके।
ठीक है.
सर
ओके।
अभी
Separately
आप
नहीं जा रहा है. हम्म.
सर अभी आपने जो चैनल दिखाया कि एयर अगर वाटर साइड में चला जाएगा,
हम्म.
तो फिर क्वेश्चन क्या था कि क्या होगा फिर उसमें?
ये सेइंग कि एक्सपेंशन टैंक में बबल्स आने के चांसेस है, राइट? एक्सपेंशन टैंक विल बी coming, lot of air will be coming from the expansion tank. That is the question, right?
सर एक बार बस ये लिखा दीजिए शॉर्ट में सर कि बस्टिंग डिस्क लोकेशन, बस्टिंग प्रेशर और मटेरियल, ये सब लिखवा दीजिए सर।
Okay, material
छोटे
is
में कर
copper.
प्रॉपर।
Okay,
लोकेशन लिखवा दीजिए सर, कहाँ रहता है और कितना प्रेशर पे बस्ट होता है।
location is either intercooler
और आफ्टर कूलर।
तो ये वो लोग सर्वे सुनना चाहता हूँ ऑन द वाटर साइड।
यस व्हाट?
सर्वे लोग ऑन
ऑन
द
वाटर
वाटर
साइड, ऑब्वियसली ऑन वाटर साइड ना।
सुनना चाहते हैं वो लोग।
ऑन वाटर साइड, ठीक है। एयर साइड के लिए यू हैव रिलीफ वॉल ऑब्वियसली, राइट। देन व्हाट एल्स यू नीड? बर्स्टिंग प्रेशर।
सर ये
बर्स्टिंग
एक चीज
प्रेशर,
और सर।
wait now
ये
let me write it completely. More than
कूलिंग मीडिया।
water pressure, less than first stage
डिस्चार्ज प्रेशर।
discharge pressure. Is it okay?
ओके सर।
Okay, हाँ भी पूछो, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या पूछना है?
सर अगर हम लोग बर्स्टिंग डिस्क के बदले रिलीफ वॉल्व जैसा आपने बताया यूज कर सकते हैं, तो फिर
हम्म,
उसमें सेटिंग तो 10% वाला ही होगा।
नहीं, सेटिंग विल बी अगेन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू 10% वाला क्यों रहेगा? इट विल
वो
बी
अच्छा
अच्छा।
सर,
सेम।
तो
टेन
दोनों की
परसेंट
यूज
वाला।
करते हैं सर।
It
हाँ,
will be less than the discharge pressure, sir, on the first
प्रेशर,
stage.
बर्स्टिंग प्रेशर और या फिर आपका रिलीफ वॉल्व भी प्रेशर भी यही रहेगा आपका, ठीक है। मोर देन योर वाटर प्रेशर बट लेस देन योर फर्स्ट स्टेज डिस्चार्ज प्रेशर, ओके।
ओके सर। बट वो एक बार खुल जाएगा तो फिर पानी बार बार आता रहेगा इंजन रूम में।
Obviously, if this bursting disk also bursts, water will keep on coming until you
यस सर,
manually
यस।
shut the valves, right?
यस सर।
सर तो मतलब बर्स्टिंग डिस्क अपना सेफ्टी वॉल्व जैसे है क्या, कि एक बार खुला तो सब कुछ रिलीज कर देगा?
Safety valve sits back also.
हाँ मतलब सर, रिलीफ वॉल्व क्या है, जितना वर्किंग प्रेशर, जितना एक एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर होगा उसको रिलीव करके फिर से वापस वो सीट बैक कर जाएगा।
Safety valve also sits back, but it releases much more pressure than the relief valve.
हाँ सर,
Okay?
तो ये दोनों क्यों लगाया हम लोग ने, बर्स्टिंग डिस्क और ये रिलीफ वॉल्व? जैसे
दोनों
आपने एक अभी
नहीं है ना
बीच के
बाबा,
प्रीवियस।
दोनों नहीं है। So I have told you both. Wait, this relief valve is on the air side. Yes.
ओके सर।
Is this in the air side?
बस। हाँ सर,
Bursting
ओके
disk
सर।
on the water side.
वाटर साइड, ओके ओके सर।
Okay.
ओके।
Can I move forward?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
सर
Okay.
एक्सपेंशन
हाँ,
टैंक के बारे में बता दो ना सर, वो थोड़ा सा।
क्या पता करना है?
सर वो मतलब क्या पर्पस है एक्सपेंशन
Purpose
टैंक
of
और।
expansion tank. Okay. Okay, any expansion tank. What is the purpose of expansion tank? नाम क्या है?
सर एक्सपेंशन।
Expansion. What do you understand by it? क्या expand हो रहा है?
डेस्क।
वाटर।
वाटर
Water,
जो वाटर वेपर जो
वाटर
एक्सपैंड होता है सर, वो उसमें आता है।
not vapor. Water.
वाटर वाटर।
Whenever water when heats up,
वही वेपर।
it expands. Okay. Boiler. If you have read the boiler, आप पढ़ोगे, आपने लो वाटर लेवल तक पानी लिया, you start
हाँ
firing,
सर।
the water will keep on increasing even without taking any much water. Why? Because water always expand. पानी को उबालना शुरू करो, बाहर आना शुरू
सर
हो जाता है
इसमें
बर्तन से।
एमल्सिफिकेशन होता है ना सर, मीन्स एक्सपैंड का मतलब टेक्निकल टर्म में एमल्सिफिकेशन बोलना पड़ता है, बोल सकते हैं ना?
इमल्सिफिकेशन,
वो अलग है
इतना
सर ये?
इतना टेक्निकल मत घुसो। इमल्सिफिकेशन इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग ऑल टुगेदर देन एक्सपेंशन, ठीक
ओके
है।
सर, लिख ले।
सो वाटर इज गोइंग टू एक्सपैंड, ठीक है। इफ आई डू नॉट हैव एक्सपेंशन टैंक, सपोज आई हैव अ पंप, ठीक है, आई एम टेकिंग सक्शन फ्रॉम अ टैंक which is 100% full. I am sending it into a line and it is a closed system. And if there is no expansion tank, this water tank is sealed completely. There is no expansion tank. And whenever this water is going through any heat, suppose a cooler or something, okay, it is getting heated up. So where is the expansion taken care here? Nowhere. What is going to happen? It is going to exceed lot of pressure on the pipelines and the fittings and on the
यस
pump.
सर।
Yeah. So you have to provide some arrangement where the water can go and expand little bit. Okay. Obviously there are other reasons also to remove the entrapped gases and all those parts, okay, and to add your chemicals and your treatment process can be done from there in your expansion tank, but the main purpose, the नाम ही उसी चीज से दिया है इसका, expansion tank, because water whenever it is going to heat, So if it is going to the cooler, it is getting heated up. Agreed? If water is going to any cooler, it is getting heated up. Or if it is going
Yes, sir.
for your jacket water cooling for your main engine or for your auxiliary engine, it is getting heated up, right? And whenever water is going
Yes,
to be
sir.
heated up, water is going to expand. Some arrangement should have be given so that this expansion will be taken care of. So expansion tank में क्या रहता है? There is a vent.
Vent.
Water can come back, freely fall into your tank, and if it expands also, this will increase. Level will increase. That's it. Finish. The expansion is taken care here. Naam padho, expansion tank. The main purpose of is to take the expansion of the water.
सर ये जो
Okay?
वेंट जो रखा है सर, ये ओपन रहता है ना, तो इससे सर जो
Yeah.
प्रेशर जो डेवलप होगा सर उसे रिलीज करते हैं।
Yes, the gases and this expansion will be released from here. Okay, the entrapped gases. Main purpose is the entrapped gases. You cannot
गैसेस।
seal the tank. If the sealing is done of the tank, then there will be a time then there will be no more expansion taken care of because air pressure increase हो जाएगा फिर. Okay, you have to vent it out. Is it clear?
हाँ सर, सर वो एक एक वो भाई कह रहा था ना, बबल बबल फॉर्म होते हैं, तो सर वो कैसे होते होंगे?
If water is coming back and in the water air is coming, so bubbles बनेंगे ना?
हाँ हाँ सर।
Yeah, that is what he's
सर
trying
ये
to say.
वाले।
That is what he's trying to say. Okay,
ओके ओके ओके।
and obviously this is the most important is this one. Then you need a reservoir from which the all the water can flow. That is second point. Third point, to release the entrapped gases, whatever the entrapped gases will be there in the system, that can be vented out.
यस सर।
Okay. Next is for chemical adding process. If you have to do the chemical treatment of the water, you can do it by opening up this manhole door of this tank and introduce chemicals into it. डालते हो रोकोरन भी?
ये सर टॉप पे चढ़
Yeah.
के मैनुअल से।
Yeah, रोकोरन भी डालते होंगे आप लोग, right, in your expansion tanks. Okay.
So that is
So
for nitrite something.
nitrite के लिए.
Yes,
ठीक
sir.
है. So these are your, but the main purpose is what? Main purpose is to take the expansion of the water when the water heats up. Okay. If you
यस
if you say this point, you are already passed in this question. If you forget to mention the main purpose, which is to expansion लेना, expansion tank का ही अगर आप expansion वाला point नहीं बोलोगे, then he will not give you that question, right?
ओके।
Okay, sir.
Okay. Can I come back to topic now?
यस
Yes, sir.
यस
All
सर।
right. Okay. Bursting disk burst while maneuvering. काफी बार पूछा जाता है. What is will be your action?
Sir, first we will inform the bridge and ask him to utilize less as much as possible air.
Inform bridge. Excellent. Inform bridge. What you're going to inform him? That I will not be able to give one of my air compressor because I am going to isolate it. Okay, उसका water supply आपको isolate करना पड़ेगा, otherwise keep on water will be draining out. Agreed? So
Yes,
you
sir.
have to tell him that I, in any case, I cannot give you water, one of my air compressor for maybe another half an hour. This is very important step that you have to inform the bridge so that they can, you know, try to use less amount of air if possible. Okay, less amount of kicks if possible, but they should
Yes, sir.
understand that there's some emergency in the engine room, right? So it
Yes,
is
sir.
very important first to inform bridge. Next,
Sir, we will run the standby compressor.
that will be obviously be running. वो स्टैंड बाय पे रहता है ना, एक बंद
I
होगा तो
mean,
दूसरे को अपने आप चालू हो
we will
जाएगा.
make sure. We will make sure.
Okay.
And after
सर
that, we will.
आइसोलेट।
तो आइसोलेट कर देंगे उसको सिस्टम को पहले, मतलब वाटर से, मतलब क्लोज कर
Isolate.
Yes, sir. Outlet water jet.
Isolate. Isolate how?
तो उसको क्लोज कर देंगे, शट कर देंगे वॉल,
Cooling water in and out.
इनलेट एंड आउटलेट ऑफ कर देंगे।
Air outlet shut. Okay.
एक
Anything
टीम
else
को
I have to isolate?
The electrical power.
Electrical supply isolate. Now what?
तो मोटर मैन को क्लीनिंग के पे लगाएंगे, उसको जो वो पानी निकला होगा।
क्लीनिंग छोड़ो, अभी अभी आपको पहले प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है।
So we will found the leakage from which tube is leaking.
सर उसका
Yes.
ड्रेन वेल
ड्रेन
होता है ना
करेंगे पहले,
पूरा
ड्रेन कर।
Now you have to uh, locate location of leak. Now it will depend what type of cooler do you have. उसी से आपको पता चलेगा कि कैसे कूलिंग करना है। अभी आप सपोज करो, इफ आई हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ कूलर जो मैंने आपको यहाँ पे दिखाया, इफ यू डू हैव दिस टाइप ऑफ कूलर, ओके, like this one, okay, hold on, like this one, okay. So you can see here, this is your cooler. If you have this type of cooler, I can draw it like here. If I want to draw it, I will draw it here, okay. So I have this cooler which is like this, and I have these U tubes. Suppose this center tube is leaking, okay. How I have to find out? First of all, leakage, because I have to isolate this leakage, then only I can reuse my
compressor
compressor,
again.
right? So what I will do, I will remove this cooler, I will put in a bucket filled of
Water.
water. So if there is a hole on any of the tube, what you will observe?
एयर बबल विल बी फॉर्म्ड।
Air bubble will form, sir.
Air bubble will be formed, right? And you will come to know this tube is leaking. Then what you have to do? You have to make plugs and you have to plug the tube, both sides. Okay. Again, you will do the same test to check if any more air bubbles are coming or not. Okay. So that if any other tube is leaking or not. Is it understood?
यस सर।
Very easy one.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But if you have suppose shell and tube type, क्या करो? End covers खोलो, ठीक है. First of all, obviously water has to be isolated. That you have already done. Okay. This is outlet, closed, inlet, closed. End covers, suppose I have opened it, and what I will do, suppose this is my air, okay, and this is the point where the leak is, okay. Now how will I find out which tube is leaking? I can do one
एयर
thing, right? I can close this part, right? एक end को खोल के where the inlet is, I can block all these tubes. Then I will slightly open my inlet, okay. Outlet is
Water.
shut. Water inlet I have slightly open, and this side also I have removed. Okay, this is not going anywhere else, it is just I can see if water flows from here. So I will slightly open my water will be completely filled inside. From wherever the leakage is, the water will enter here and it will start to come out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I make out which tube is leaking? Understood?
सर ये फिर से समझा दो ना, शेल एंड ट्यूब वाला।
देखो, what you have done is you have isolated the cooler. Okay, cooler is isolated.
और
Obviously
उसको बाहर
right now
निकाल लिया है ना?
बाहर निकालिए, इन प्लेस में ही कर दोगे, दोनों एंड कवर्स को खोल दो. ओके, ओपन बोथ द एंड कवर्स. एंड कवर्स समझते हो ना?
हाँ हाँ
यस।
सर, जो हाँ हाँ।
So now what you do is, suppose this is your tube, okay, inside it. I will crack open my water. So water will starts to fill inside. It cannot go
Yes, sir.
anywhere because outlet is shut.
हाँ सर।
If there is any crack in the tube, water will find its path to the tube, and I
Yes,
can
sir.
see water flowing outside.
Yes, sir.
यस सर।
I can make out which tube is leaking.
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Okay, or sometimes we can also do bubble soap solution. No?
Bubble soap.
Soap
Yes, sir.
solution you will put over here. Okay, and then you open water slightly, then bubbles will be created further. सोप सोल्यूशन लगाने के बाद बबल्स आएगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है, दैट विल गिव यू इंडिकेशन, एंड लेटर ऑन वाटर आल्सो विल फ्लो, so that will like suppose very fine crack is there, then bubble solution will help you. If a bigger crack is there, then water can come out directly, isn't it?
यस सर, यस सर।
But if a fine crack is there, आप क्या करोगे? सोप सोल्यूशन, put surf excel in your this thing, वो
वाटर।
पानी में घोलो उसको, और that soap solution you put over here on the tubes, अगर यहाँ पे ऐसे tubes हैं आपकी बहुत सारी, put the soap solution on top of it like this, and then open the
सर
water.
ये
So wherever the
सर
tube
ये
is leaking, wait, wherever the tube is leaking, that tube will be having bubbles formation. ऐसे आपके bubbles बन जाएंगे. That means that
हाँ सर।
because air will be passing, na? If leak is there, water will start to enter. So this air will get pressurized. What it will do? It will
Create a bubble.
inflate your soap solution. That means bubble create हो जाएगा.
Yes sir।
Agreed? Okay. And then you need to plug the tubes. Okay. Next step is to
लग दो।
plug tubes from both ends. Okay, दोनों तरफ से ट्यूब्स को प्लग करो. After that, replace bursting disc. Okay, bursting disc replace करने के बाद
ट्यूब भी रिप्लेस करेंगे तो
bursting disc replace किया, ट्यूब replace अभी नहीं करना है, ठीक है. ट्यूब replace obviously you cannot do on board only. Okay, replace your sorry.
सर ये
bursting
बबल
disc.
सोप सॉल्यूशन क्या एंड कवर के पास से लगाएंगे क्या ये?
Yes, end cover, जैसे ये end cover है ना, you will see lot of tubes over here, right?
हाँ सर।
ऐसे अगर ऐसे आपका कूलर है, ये ट्यूब्स है ना, आपको एंड में ट्यूब्स दिखाई देगा, होल्स दिखाई देंगे
हाँ
उसके,
मतलब एंड में इनलेट और आउटलेट वो पूरा आता रहेगा वो।
या ऐसे होल्स रहेंगे.
हाँ
व्हाट यू हैव टू
हाँ
डू,
जी हाँ
यू
जी।
हैव टू कंप्लीटली स्प्रे योर सोप सॉल्यूशन ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट, ठीक है.
ओके।
नाउ यू ओपन द एयर, ओ सॉरी वाटर,
वाटर।
पानी खोलो. सो वाटर विल गो इन and it will try to enter in this whatever leaked part, leakage wherever it is there, it will pressurize this air inside this tube.
और पानी
Agree?
आने लगेगा।
And first of all bubble आएगा, then the bubble will burst, and after that water will start to come. So bubble solution say a fine leakage also can be detected.
ठीक
Okay,
है समझ गया।
and a faster solution to it. Agreed?
ओके सर।
Okay, now I have replaced my bursting disc. Okay, I will open the water, open water, only inlet. Okay, in this state itself my end covers are open. Okay, my tube has been blocked. Okay, I have plugs the tubes on both end. I have replaced my bursting disc. I will open the water inlet. Now how much pressure will be there after some time inside? 3 bar
3 बार
But
वाटर प्रेशर।
water pressure. I will check if any other tube is leaking by soap solution method. Okay, if any other tube is leaking or not. Once everything is okay, I can put my system back to operation. Check with soap solution if any tube is leaking. If not, put your compressor back in operation. So box up karo, and you can put it back in operation. Is it clear? The sequence of events that you're going to go with.
yes sir।
Yeah.
सर अगर लीक
Questions
कर रहा
regarding
होगा
this?
तो फिर
If some
अगर लीक
कोई और ट्यूब लीक कर रहा है उसको ही प्लग करो फिर. 10%
मतलब
you
प्लग
can
करके
plug. 10% of the tubes you can plug. Okay. Maximum what is allowed is 10% for any cooler. Okay. Even for the
So
boiler
नीचे वाला
tubes.
पॉइंट्स बताना चाहिए.
Which point?
Uh,
पढ़ के बताओ कौन सा पॉइंट बोल रहे हो?
नहीं सर, लिखना है इसलिए पूछो।
हाँ लिखना है, ओके लिखो जस्ट। पानी पी के आओ।
लास्ट पॉइंट इफ नॉट, उसके बाद क्या
इफ
है?
नॉट इफ नॉट पुट बैक मेन एंड कंप्रेसर बैक इन ऑपरेशन। मतलब अगर लीक नहीं कर, अगर सब सही है तो उसको वापस लगा दो।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो मेटल, इफ नॉट फुट, फुट के बाद वो वर्ड क्या है?
इफ नॉट पुट,
Mac main compressor.
इफ नॉट के बाद मतलब कॉमा
इफ
है।
नॉट
अच्छा अच्छा
लीकिंग,
अच्छा
इफ,
अच्छा।
वो ऐसे लिखा है, कॉमा लगा लो।
अच्छा
इफ नॉट, दैट मीन्स इफ नॉट लीकिंग देन पुट बैक इन ऑपरेशन।
अच्छा। टोटल टोटल कितने सेफ्टी डिवाइसेस होते हैं सर मेन एयर कंप्रेसर पे? रिलीफ वाल्व, बर्स्ट इन डिस और?
बस।
बहुत है, बताता हूँ, रुको, आएगा
हाँ
सब
सर,
चीज का टाइम
लिखो,
आएगा।
लिखवा दीजिए सर।
अरे डोंट वरी, टॉपिक इज नॉट
जी सर।
फिनिश्ड। हाँ,
ओके सर।
लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर रिमेनिंग राइट। सब लिखाऊंगा, डोंट वरी। कैन आई मूव फॉरवर्ड?
हाँ जी।
यस।
Yes, sir.
ऑलराइट, चलो सेफ्टी आपको देखनी है, सेफ्टी देख लो क्या क्या है पहले तो। डायग्राम के हिसाब से बताओ क्या क्या है।
रिलीव वॉल्व सर।
यू हैव रिलीफ वाल्व,
रिलीफ वाल्व, बर्स्टिंग डिस,
डस्टिंग
फर्स्ट
डिस्क।
एंड सेकंड
सेकंड।
स्टेज। सेकंड, बर्स्टिंग डिस्क।
बर्स्टिंग
Sir,
डिस।
पर्सन। अनलोडर।
एनीथिंग एल्स?
हाँ, ऑटो ट्रेन में काम
अनलोडर,
करेगा।
अनलोडर सर।
हम्म,
missed
अनलोडर
catches.
सर।
अनलोडर सर।
अनलोडर।
तो ये ऑटो ट्रेन और अनलोडर दोनों सेम है ना?
आएंगे आएंगे आएंगे, अनलोडर पे भी आया नहीं मैं, ठीक है।
और ड्रेन सर।
Sir, non-return valve.
नॉन रिटर्न वॉल्व, एक्सीलेंट, नॉन रिटर्न वॉल्व। बट दैट इज नॉट कंप्रेसर सेफ्टी बट सिस्टम सेफ्टी, है ना। Why this non-return valve is provided?
So that back pressure does not come to the system.
So your
30 बार
compressors
अगर
are,
30
if
बार
you have for example, wait, if you have three compressors with you, number one, number two, number three, these are connected in series or in parallel?
पैरेलल।
These are connected in parallel. So
But
these are your
outlets are
non-return
connected
valves.
in series, no, sir.
What?
The line which is passing to air bottle from the air compressor is the one manifold only, no. So it will become the outlet will be series.
Outlet of series will be एक compressor का outlet 30 bar is going to second compressor inlet. I'm telling you, you have three compressors ना, एक ही
Ah, sir.
compressor नहीं
Okay.
होता ना ship
Okay,
पे।
sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
Understood ना क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ?
Ah, sir. Understood.
So all will be having non-return valves. The purpose is, suppose number one is not operating, it is shut. So this pressure, suppose number two is running 30 bar, should not go here. Agreed?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
That is why this non-return valve is provided. Suppose this is generating 30 bar. For example, this is generating this iska piston rings all are new, and the compressor pressure that is generating it is 30 bar. But this is slightly less performing. Okay, intercooler is not cleaned or whatever problem could be there. I've already told you performance drop होने क्या क्या reason हो सकते हैं. Suppose it is generating only 26 bar. So there can be a backflow, right? Agreed?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
That's why this non-return valves are provided. Okay. Any other safety? What is unloader?
सर वो सक्शन वाल्व ओपन कर देता है, तो मतलब वो रन तो
Is
करता
it?
है पर लेकिन प्रोड्यूस नहीं करता है।
Is it suction valve
स्टार्टिंग
open कर देता
स्टार्टिंग करंट कम करने के लिए सर अनलोडर यूज होता
है?
है,
Very good.
स्टार्टिंग करंट कम हो इसलिए।
Excellent. Okay. Okay. I will come to unloader later on. थोड़ा डिटेल में लूंगा उसको मैं, ठीक है। Then you have, किसी ने नहीं बोला, लूब ऑयल प्रेशर लो का अलार्म होता है, ट्रिप होता है।
Yes,
आर यू
sir. Yes, sir.
चेकिंग इट?
No blood pressure, yes, sir.
You have a attached gear pump, with the crankshaft you have attached gear pump which is generating lube oil pressure. Okay, lube oil low pressure alarm and trip.
Blue ball, high temperature, alarm and trip.
Then या हाई टेम्परेचर का भी है, ठीक है। जैकेट वाटर टेम्परेचर,
यस सर।
you have air high temperature alarm,
वो ओवरलोड ट्रिप भी हो सकते हैं सर।
yes that is also safety, motor overload trip.
सर ये एयर हाई टेम्परेचर अलार्म इज इट इन रिलेशन विद द रिलीव वॉल, मतलब हाई होगा तो उड़ जाएगा ना, लो प्रेशर हाई प्रेशर।
It can, okay, when the air will be, temperature will be more, it will expand more. Okay, then you have, if you don't, if suppose, wait, if air high temperature alarm is not given, okay, in your ship, then there will be fusible plug. Okay, a fusible plug will be given, which will be given somewhere over here. Suppose in this system a air high temperature alarm is not given on board this mechanism, then there will be a fusible plug in this line and this will be draining outside your engine room. Okay, is it clear?
Yes sir.
It is going to be, fuse at 121 degree Celsius temperature. Okay, this is only given if air high temperature alarm is not given. If air high temperature alarm is given, no need of having this thing, fusible plug. Okay, and air high temperature alarm is normally set at around 93 to 95 degrees Celsius. Is it clear?
यस सर।
Then
फ्यूजल
anything
प्लग विल बी
else?
गिवन, सर फ्यूजल प्लग बस एक दिया रहेगा ना लास्ट के डिस्चार्ज में, मतलब जो एयर बॉटल का वो है।
Yes, not air bottle का, but after suppose two stage compressor है, second stage के discharge पे, ठीक है।
ओके।
After cooler, not before cooler, after cooler. Before cooler it is obviously more than 100 degrees Celsius,
100
but after
डिग्री
cooler
यस।
the temperature is going to drop down. Okay, and then it should not reach more than 120 degrees Celsius, 1 degree Celsius. Okay, that is the point when the fusible plug will fuse and it will release the air. Okay, then you have water non-flow alarm. Okay, you have crankcase breather. Now, what all common things are there in your air cooled and water cooled? What are the common things? Number one is common, relief valves. Bursting disc will only be there in water cooled. Okay, unloader is common, non-return valve is common. This is common. Jacket cooling water high temperature alarm will be there in water cooled.
Water
यस
cooler.
सर।
ठीक
Yes.
है, air high temperature will be common in both.
Yes, sir.
Either this will be there or fusible plug will be there. ठीक है, दोनों में से कोई एक रहता है। Motor load overload high protection will be in both.
Yes, sir.
Okay, water non-flow will be only in water cooled.
यस
हाँ,
सर।
Yeah,
crankcase breather will.
and crankcase breather will be common for all. Okay, So whatever I have indicated with this blue part, that is common for both air cooler and water cooler compressors. Okay, whatever is I have not marked, that is only specified for your water cooled compressors. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now tell me, with this diagram, suppose a question is asked to you. I will erase all this part.
सर बस्टिंग डिस्क तभी फंक्शन करेगा जब कंडेंसर ट्यूब लीक कर रही होगी ना, एंड नॉट इन एनी अदर केस ना.
When the intercooler tube or the aftercooler tube is leaking, only then bursting is going to burst. All right. Now explain me. I have first stage relief valve set at 10%, not more than 10% of the first stage pressure. What all the conditions that it can lift? Suppose your first stage relief valve lifts. What could be the reason?
Maybe second stage suction valve was shut, so it's not opening. So the discharge valve of the first
Wait,
stage
wait,
will
wait,
be
wait. First stage relief valve opens. Reason. Bolo.
second stage suction valve is not opening.
First point. Second stage suction valve not opened. Why?
Sir,
Why second stage suction valve? Now you said second stage suction valve will not open. Why?
Maybe it got stuck.
जब
There's nothing there to
सर
stop.
जब
सर एक बार
सक्शन वॉल
क्वेश्चन
का
और बोल
प्रेशर
दीजिए सर, मैं सुन नहीं
जब
पाया था।
स्प्रिंगीनेस उसका कम हो गया सर।
क्या कम हो गया?
उसका जो स्प्रिंग है सक्शन वाल्व में,
हम्म,
वो फंक्शन नहीं कर रहा सर बराबर से।
Okay.
सर
So
कैन
what
यू रिपीट द क्वेश्चन सर, मैं सुन नहीं पाया था सर।
question is written on the screen? First stage relief valve opens. Reason.
ओके ओके
Aaron, you were right. Okay.
यस सर।
What you said, you were right, but you can frame it as if my second stage suction valve is leaking. When you say the second stage suction valve springiness is reduced, it will open. Okay. It will open. That is leaking. Okay.
यस सर।
Second stage suction valve is leaking, then when this will try to, when it will high pressure piston is going to go down and it's going to compress, so this pressure will be gone from here instead of the discharge valve. If it is not, if it is leaking, okay, so it will leak out from here. Agree?
Yes, sir.
And this pressure
सब बट इसमें सर सेकंड स्टेज का डिलीवरी वॉल्व तो शट होना चाहिए फिर तो।
हाँ, तो अगर ये ओपन हो गया तो ये खुलेगा कैसे? ये तो बंद ही रहेगा ना फिर। See, these are not operated by any rocker arm assembly or anything. It is only depending upon the pressure inside your chamber. It will
Yes.
open accordingly. Okay. Vacuum create होगा तो suction valve खुलेगा.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But if the suction valve itself is leaking, it will leak out the air. There will be buildup of pressure here because it is a positive displacement pump.
Yes,
It
sir.
will keep on delivering air. The pressure will keep on rising, and the first relief valve can lift up. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
The explanation is understood by everyone?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
Sir, if unloader doesn't function, sir, so there's water in the system.
Unloader doesn't function means does
Means
not
that if
open.
there's yes, sir, means like unloader is not functioning, so if there's still water or moisture in the system, it can
So?
it can expand, no sir. No, it means water is it can't compress, no sir. So might open.
No. Second
And
reason is also
because
related to
of
your
that,
second stage. Second reason is also related to second stage. Suppose this valve starts to leak. The delivery valve, second stage, delivery valve leaking.
तो फर्स्ट रीजन में नॉट को
हाँ
मिटा
बता रहा
देंगे
हूँ
वो।
बता रहा हूँ, देख रहा हूँ suction valve leaking. Okay. Now suppose if my delivery valve is leaking of my second stage, so this pressure will can return back into the cylinder on the line pressure can go back.
Yes, sir.
Will it allow my suction valve to open?
नहीं सर, क्योंकि वो प्रेशर ज्यादा रहेगा ना सर।
Pressure हमेशा ज़्यादा रहेगा. It will not allow suction valve to open on itself. If suction valve is not opening, but this is completely delivering my air, obviously,
कंटिन्यूअसली,
first stage,
यस सर।
continuously it is delivering the air. It is a positive displacement pump type, right? Piston pump. So the pressure is going to rise
यस सर।
and relief valve can lift up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now tell me, everyone understood now this much? Because you
Yes,
have to
sir.
explain it to him. Huh? I have written these two parts, but when he will ask you, he will ask you to explain what you are saying. Okay? Second,
delivery valve. Can you just repeat, sir, once again?
yeah. Second stage, relief valve opens. So first reason was in your first stage relief valve opens is your if the suction valve is leaking. Second stage suction valve is leaking. If this valve is leaking, whatever pressure it is generating here inside, it will be released back. Correct? If it is
Yes, sir.
not closing or if it is leaking, it will release back the pressure back to the system, which will be obviously more than the 6 bar.
Yes, sir. Suction valve understood, sir.
So
Good.
it will open up your relief valve. Second is delivery valve is leaking. If the delivery valve is leaking, this 30 bar air, if it is this valve is leaking, okay, if it is not closing properly, then it will find its path back to the system.
यस सर।
Now suction valve will only open when the pressure is below 6 bar.
यस सर।
But how much pressure I have here?
30 बार।
So my suction valve will not even open, isn't it? If suction
Yes,
valve
sir.
is not opening, if suction valve is not opening now, then this pressure will keep on building up.
Yes, sir. The line pressure. Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah. And then again, relief valve will lift up.
Yes, sir.
Agree?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now tell me, second stage relief valve
सर
is
फर्स्ट स्टेज के लिए तो ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं क्या, सेकंड स्टेज डिलीवरी वाल्व इज नॉट ओपनिंग?
yes, second stage delivery valve is not opening. You can say it. Okay. But
Yes,
what
sir.
is the reason behind second stage delivery valve not opening?
लीक कर रहा है।
It is leaking.
Okay.
Yeah, it is leaking.
Yes, sir.
If it is not opening, you have to supply him the reason behind it. Why it will not open. After the pressure has been built up 30 bar, this should lift up.
तो जब लीक कर रहा है तो वो तो ओपन स्टेट में रहेगा ना।
तो ओपन स्टेट पे ही है ना, वही बोलना है हमको. If it is open, then it will not allow my suction valve to lift,
Yes, sir.
open, right?
सारा प्रेशर लीक कर जाएगा।
Okay.
तो उसने जो बोला कि उसने तो गलत बोल दिया ना, फिर उल्टा बोल दिया।
उल्टा वो बोल रहा है कि if it is not opening, okay. Now you have to explain me why it is not opening. You can give me any reason why it will not open. You said
सर
springiness कम हो जाएगा. Springiness कम हो जाएगा तो वो open होगा. That means it will leak.
नहीं नहीं
Okay,
सर,
Aaron?
मतलब पार्ट्स पार्ट्स स्टक हो सकते हैं ना सर, वाल के बीच में प्लेट टाइप वाल्व है ना,
Okay,
तो
struck हो गया तो वो और ज्यादा
हाँ
लीक करेगा. If something struck between the seat and the wall, it will leak.
हाँ सर,
Agree?
यस 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 सर।
Okay. Because यहाँ पे कुछ mechanical arrangement नहीं है. It is only plates and spring, right?
यस सर।
Spring plates and your wall plates. Okay.
So there is nothing that it cannot, it will, struck and it will not even open. It can leak. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, now second stage relief valve opens. What could be the reasons? These are the direct questions they ask you. Huh? Okay, important questions. Okay, now tell me, if the second stage relief valve opens, what could be the possible reason? Also here you can mention,
नॉन रिटर्न वॉल्व लीक कर रहा हूँ.
no, also here you can mention, if you want to mention that, uh, relief setting not proper. ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
बट ये लास्ट में बोलो. Nobody is changing it, but you can change it also. Suppose सेट ही मैंने इसको 5 बार पे किया है, then it will keep on opening ना.
Yes, sir.
Okay, second stage,
The non-return valve is leaking.
non-return valve is leaking. Excellent. Anything else?
Inlet to air bottle is only shut, sir.
Very good. If this is shut, this is my inlet to the main air bottle. If this is shut, the pressure will keep on building up here and it will open up the relief valve. Otherwise, if it does not open the relief valve, तो आपका पाइप ही फट जाएगा, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if your non-return valve is not opening up or stuck in closed position, or if the filling valve
Inlet
of
to air.
main air bottle is kept shut. Do you agree?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Third point, you can obviously say if the setting pressure is not appropriate. Okay. When you say setting pressure is not appropriate, he will ask you, what is the regulation regarding this? It's a regulation, not more than 10% of the working pressure. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That you should know. So first reason I will give you, first reason always give according to the valve. Okay. If main air bottle filling valve is shut, because this is manual problem. Okay. Human error. Second, you can give non-return valve is struck at close position because of corrosion or something. Okay. Third, relief valve setting not appropriate. Next cross question will be, what will be the relief valve setting? What you will say?
10% above the 10% of working pressure.
Above मत बोलो, not more than 10%. ठीक है,
Okay.
of the
Yes,
first
sir.
stage discharge pressure or second stage discharge pressure. ठीक है, above हो गया ज्यादा. Not more than. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Is it understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, we
Okay.
can say this after cooler maybe choke the back pressure can be used to lift this relief valve.
नॉर्मली आफ्टर कूलर आपका एयर ही जा रहा है अंदर से, ऐसा कुछ इतना चोक नहीं होने वाला. ठीक है, इफ पानी होता आई कैन say it that scale formation can take place, but if it is air going, their possibility of deposition in the tubes will be very less, right?
Means like if if the failure of the piston, the small metal particles was placed inside the copper tubes. So in case of the back pressure was there, so there is a chances to lift
That
this
means
relief
you're
valve.
saying piston ring is broken and it is
Yes.
gone from the valve and it is find its path to the tubes.
Yes, sir. Yes, but it won't. I think
That
so.
is not possible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the plate, वो आपकी, if something like this happened also, it will stuck in your valves itself. प्लेट में ही फंस जाएगा वो. ठीक है. अगर some this situation occurs also, for example, some small piece of my piston ring try to go out, it will stuck in the valve itself and it will keep your valve open, है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That could be one the reason, but we have already taken that in that part, right? Okay. Now you tell me, if he asks you without opening the compressor, how will you come to know? Okay, I will give you a condition like this here. I have a compressor, a piston, and there is a suction valve. There's a discharge valve. Okay, I have only drawn first stage. Without opening the compressor, how will you figure out if your suction and discharge valves are working perfectly good? If they are not leaking or something. One, you can say, I will see the pressure gauges, right?
And
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
टेम्परेचर गेज भी होता है सर उसका?
yeah, temperature also you can check, but
हाँ सर.
temperature difference will not be that much that you will be able to verify it. Okay. My question is, without opening the compressor, okay, how will you check the condition of the compressor, of the valves actually? Compressor, how will you check condition of valves?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, bolo. Am I audible, guys?
हाँ जी सर.
No, but
Without
How
opening
do
the
you check
compressor,
it?
how will you check the condition of the valves?
प्रेशर गेज.
Very good.
हाँ
First is
सर.
by it's right by looking at the pressure gauges. Okay. For example, I'll tell you. Suppose there is a slight leak in my very slight leakage in my valves. Okay. So what will happen is this pressure will start to drop. If मेरा suction valve थोड़ा सा leak करता है, so this pressure will drop, right?
Yes, sir.
Or if the second stage suction valve is leaking slightly, this pressure will keep increasing. There could be possibility na, if this is 5.5 bar pressure and the relief valve is set at suppose 6 bar pressure, ठीक है, example की तरफ दे रहा हूँ, and it is showing me 5.7 bar pressure, what does it mean? There is some problem. It
Yes.
should not go more than
Yes.
5.5, right? We have
Yes, sir.
calculated it, right? So if there is a rise in the pressure gauges, also that will indicate there might be leakages. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so by looking at pressure gauges, you can figure it out. Like maybe the walls are leaking. I have to check the walls. What is the second thing?
सर
If
हम
the
लोग ये
compressor
चेक
is
कर
stopping
सकते हैं,
continuously.
Hmm?
जो फिल्टर के ऊपर हम लोग हाथ रख के कर सकते हैं
Yes,
क्या?
yes. बताओ बताओ, वही बोलो, वही सुनना
फिल्टर के
मैं भी.
ऊपर हाथ रख के देखेंगे सक्शन ले रहा है कि नहीं ले रहा है, मतलब
So
हाँ,
I have removed
वैक्यूम.
the filter. Okay, filter I have
हाथ
removed.
में
I kept my hand on top of it. Now what?
क्रैंक की,
फिर उसको
अरे
थोड़ा
अपना
सा बैक से
फ्लाईव्हील को टर्न करेंगे सर.
Very
बैक
good.
से घुमा
Flywheel turn
सकते हैं.
करेंगे.
And that you should feel the suction on your palm.
Very good. If the piston when moves down, it will create vacuum here.
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
सर सर टॉमी बार
And
से करते हैं ना उसको?
Tommy bar se you will try to move your flywheel of your air compressor. Okay, you have removed the filter. You have kept your hand. Okay, and when the piston is moving from TDC to BDC, will you feel vacuum? If
Yes,
you
sir.
यस
feel
सर.
vacuum, if you feel vacuum, can I say my delivery valve is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, if I come from TDC to BDC, okay, from sorry BDC to TDC, I keep my hand over here on this after removing the filter. If I feel any air coming onto my hand, does it mean my suction valve is leaking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Means it's leaking.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if I'll write it here in a bullet points, so take out filter, put hand on suction pipe, bring piston down. That means TDC to BDC. If vacuum is formed, you will feel it hand, right? Vacuum form hoga to.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This means discharge valve is okay, right? डिस्चार्ज वाल ओके होगा तभी ना, अगर डिस्चार्ज वाल लीक कर रहा होगा तो यहाँ से एयर आ जाएगा। एग्रीड?
Yes, sir.
सेकंड, नाउ आई विल डू द सेम थिंग। ठीक है, फिल्टर आउट, पुट हैंड ऑन सक्शन पाइप। नाउ आई हैव टू ब्रिंग piston from BDC to TDC. So BDC to TDC, do you agree that my suction valve will be shut? When the
Yes, sir.
pressure starts to rise, the suction valve will shut, right?
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
if I feel pressure on hand,
It is not leaking.
that means suction valve is leaking. If I does not feel any pressure on my hand, that means, and I'm feeling force that is like, आपको ज्यादा ताकत लगेगा flywheel घुमाने के लिए, ठीक है? So if you feeling too much power is required to turn the flywheel, that means my piston rings are also good and my delivery valve is also good. Suction valve is okay, is leaking, sorry. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Any questions till now?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, what the springiness that we check, we can't say that point in this.
Springiness what?
वो तो
Valve
निकाल के चेक करना पड़ेगा ना।
नहीं नहीं, वो उसके अंदर ही जब भी रहता है तभी स्क्रू ड्राइवर डाल के प्रेस करते हैं हम लोग। If it is
अरे
pressing, that
but you
means
cannot remove cylinder head. Without removing cylinder head, you will not be able to see the valve, right?
अच्छा हाँ,
हाँ, question is specifically without overhauling, right?
yes sir.
I will take walls and I will take unloader tomorrow. ठीक है, दोनों चीजें जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ठीक है, unloader and your walls I will take tomorrow. Right now I will discuss something. Any other question before I move forward?
तो इसमें से नहीं, एक फ्लाईव्हील आया तो फिर एक क्वेश्चन याद आया मेरे को।
Hmm.
तो क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि व्हाई फ्लाईव्हील ऑफ ऑक्सिलरी इंजन इज बिगर देन मेन इंजन।
Okay. Yes, bolo. I have told you in previous classes this thing.
Sir, because the in every two revolution in auxiliary engine, one power stroke is generated. That's why the
Excellent.
more fluctuation. Yes, sir.
Excellent, Keshav. ठीक है. Now what happens in four stroke engines? See, अगर आप ऐसे विजुअली विजुलाइज करो कि मेरा तो मेन इंजन का what you say flywheel was bigger, but main engine is bigger also, right?
यस सर।
If in comparison, if you take auxiliary engine, if you make an auxiliary engine as big as your main engine, then the flywheel required for that auxiliary engine will be much bigger than the two stroke engine. Why? Because in four stroke, in every four cycle, in every two revolution, I have
One power stroke.
one power stroke. So that means other three strokes के लिए कौन पावर सप्लाई कर रहा है?
फ्लाईव्हील सर।
Flywheel.
Flywheel. So I will require a bigger flywheel which can give for these three. Agree?
यस सर।
Stroke. Now in your two stroke, every cycle I have one power stroke.
यस सर।
So comparatively, which flywheel I will be needing bigger? Flywheel will, what is the function of flywheel? It will supply power when the power stroke is not there, right? To turn the your crankshaft, isn't it?
यस सर।
So that it can smoothen the
मोशन।
rotation of your crankshaft, isn't it?
यस सर।
Otherwise, it will become jerky, right? So in four stroke engines, you have one power stroke in every two revolutions, right? In every two revolution of your engine, you will be having one power stroke. But in two stroke, in every revolution, you have one power stroke. So there, comparatively, the force that is required by a flywheel will be less. That's why your two stroke flywheel will be of lesser, will be uh, less bigger than your four stroke flywheel. Okay, four stroke flywheel are much more bigger because it has to take care of almost 1.5 revolution of your engine. If I take it in this example, ऐसे करके बस समझाऊं एक चीज को. सपोज दिस इज 4 स्ट्रोक इंजन and this is one cycle. This is second cycle of complete revolution of my crankshaft. I have power stroke only up to this much. Okay, for example. But the remaining cycle, who is supplying this power?
flywheel.
Flywheel. This power is completely supplied by flywheel. So comparatively, I need a bigger flywheel for this much. Polo,
Yes, sir.
here. In 2 stroke, I have only one revolution, in which power stroke is this much. So only what I require is I require only this much energy. Other उसके बाद तो दोबारा से power stroke आ रहा है.
Yes,
You
sir.
agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in 4 stroke, hence because of this reason, I need a bigger flywheel as compared to your 2 stroke. Is it
Okay.
understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. मैं भूल गया मैं क्या बोलने वाला था आपको. हाँ, परफॉर्मेंस ये डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ एयर कंप्रेसर. The chief has told you go and check performance of number 1 main air compressor. Okay. I am working with MSC. So MSC, every 3 months we are doing this test. Okay, we have to check the performance of your air compressor. How will you go about it? Anyone?
प्रेशर गेजेस देखेंगे.
तो आपका लास्ट टाइम अपने
फीलिंग
हेड ऑफ
टाइम
किया
चेक
तो
करेंगे सर. व्हाट इज हाउ मच टाइम एयर बॉटल्स आर
Yes, sir.
फील्ड.
Yes, sir.
Excellent,
हाँ
excellent.
हाँ
बोलो बोलो. इस कंप्लीट करो आंसर को.
Sir, in how much time the air bottle is getting filled, that we will check, and
सर
Yes.
according to the match with the manual, that its performance is good or not.
तो सर
Excellent,
रेगुलेशन होता है शायद.
excellent, excellent.
एयर बॉटल ड्रेन करके सर वो फिर जो भाई ने कहा वही करेंगे.
नहीं, excellent. This is what you have to do. You have to drain the air bottle slightly, and then you have to check performance, how much time it is taking to fill the air bottle. With that, you will figure it out if your compressor is running with good performance or not. Okay. So in your manuals, you will be given a chart. Like in a shop trial test reports are given.
यस सर.
Yeah. In compressor manual also, there will be a chart which will be done during the shop trial test reports of this air compressor while delivering it to you. There it will be mentioned pressure, time, and then next will be the latest time. It will be written over here 0 to 5 bar. How much time it took? 5 to 10 bar, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30. Okay. So it will be mentioned during the shop trial test reports how much your air compressor took to increase the pressure from 0 to 5 bar. For example, 2 minutes. Okay. 5 to 10, 4, 6, 10, 15, 18. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू, एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे दे रहा हूँ ये वैल्यूज. ठीक है. नाउ आपको चीफ इंजीनियर बोलता है जाके टेस्ट करो. यू विल नॉट कंप्लीटली ड्रेन योर एयर बोतल टू जीरो. ठीक है. इट इज नॉट सेफ ऑल्सो, राइट, कि आप सीधा जीरो पे कर दो एयर बोतल को. राइट.
Yes, sir.
व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल fill the in use bottle,
मेन बॉटल.
मेन बोतल.
मेन
एक इन यूज रहती है, एक स्टैंड बाय पे रहती है. एग्री.
हाँ यस सर. इन
यस
स्टैंड
सर.
बाय.
सो इन यूज बोतल को फिल कर लो पूरा. ठीक है. देन ड्रेन standby bottle. Okay. Now in our company, they are giving us like increase the pressure till 18 to 25. So that is common. Somebody is here from MSc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you have seen that form?
हाँ सर, 14 ईयर कर दिए उस टाइम में देखा है.
Yeah. So approximately when I was doing it, so they have given me the condition, fill it from 18 to 24 bar. Okay. 18 bar to 24 bar. Note down the timing and fill the sheet and give it to us. Okay. So they are, that is company to company. But what manual is saying, suppose कंपनी का ऐसा कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं है, आप क्या करो, मैनुअल से देखो, टेक इट लाइक 20 to 25 बार. ठीक है. व्हाट आई विल डू,
कट इन
आई
कट ऑफ
विल,
प्रेशर में कर सकते हैं सर, उसका कंप्रेसर का कट इन कट ऑफ प्रेशर का उसमें भी कर
प्रेशर.
सकते हैं ना. हाँ सर, वो परफॉर्मेंस का टाइम में व्हेन वी डन दैट टाइम वी आर लाइक कट इन कट ऑफ प्रेशर है ना, वो कट इन टाइम का लाइक 14 hours was taking when is going to start, so how much time it will take to fill the compressor.
ओके, आई विल कम टू दिस. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन फर्स्ट.
Yes sir.
कट इन कट ऑफ वाला भी रहने दो फंडा. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज ड्रेन योर एयर बोतल टू स्टैंड बाय एयर बोतल. ठीक है, नॉट द मेन एयर बोतल जिससे आप यूज कर रहे हो. स्टैंड बाय एयर बोतल टू 20 bar. हाउ विल यू ड्रेन इट?
सर इनलेट बंद करके आउटलेट खोल दूंगा.
इनलेट तो बंद ही रहेगा ना स्टैंड बाय बोतल का. तो
The drain water.
नहीं,
Drain
inlet will be
ड्रेन
open.
ड्रेन
Inlet will be
कंप्रेसर
open, but
यूज.
you will keep this thing shut. Okay, inlet shut कर दोगे obviously. Shut inlet, shut inlet of standby board.
सर इसके इक्वलाइजिंग वाल्व भी होते हैं ना, वो भी बंद कर सकते हैं ना पहले.
Drain. Keep closing valve in your main air bottle.
इक्वलाइजिंग.
इक्वलाइजिंग के
हाँ
लिए.
Equalizing valve. Okay, okay.
सर जो
That is
फिलिंग
if you open the inlet valve, na, that is only the equalizing valve. Okay. Inlet valve functions as equalizing valve only. If you open both inlet valves, it will equalize the pressure. Have you seen that?
यस सर.
यस
नॉर्मली स्टैंड बाय एयर बोतल का ड्रेन वॉल इनलेट वॉल बंद रखते हैं. ठीक है. एंड वी ओपन ओनली व्हेन वी हैव टू फिल इट. ओके. सो ड्रेन स्टैंड बाय बोतल up to 20 bar. Okay. Now standby bottle is drained to 20 bar. Now shut inlet of in use bottle. Open inlet of
स्टैंड बाय.
standby bottle. Start compressor and note time required to fill standby bottle from 20 to 25 bar and check with manual according to shop trial test reports. So it will give you an indication that if your compressor is working fine or not.
Yes sir.
1 minute. So it will give you an indication that suppose यहाँ पे 15 minutes है, okay, for example, and you are taking around 18 to 19 minutes. What does it indicate? It is taking more time to fill. There
यस
could be
सर.
problems with your piston ring. There could be problems with your valves. Okay, isn't it?
यस सर.
Performance drop के जो मैंने reasons दिखाए थे, that could be there, right? Leakages and all those things. Your suction valves leaking, your piston rings
फिल्टर
leaking, filter is choked, है ना? Intercooler is not giving efficient cooling, right?
पेयरिंग्स.
air leakages. Okay, so these clearance volume is increasing. So all these points can come, right? So, but do you understand how to test the performance of a compressor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Chalo. So we'll close here your class. Battery
तो वो जो
application.
मैनुअल दिया था इसने, वो बोले
हाँ
था
मैं देखता हूँ, कल डिस्कस करते हैं
सर
फिर। हाँ
लिखने दीजिए ना सर इसे।
हाँ लिखो लिखो लिखो, नो प्रॉब्लम, लिखो. But we'll stop here for today, and tomorrow we'll discuss your what do you say, this unloader,
Valves.
okay, and your valves, okay. ये बोलो ना,
सर
unloader और valves.
यस सर। सर कल टाइमिंग क्या रहेगी क्लास की?
Actually, they have told me to take from 1500 only now.
ओके सर।
So I will see. Okay, mostly 1500 will be there.
ओके सर, ठीक है, चलेगा।
कोई 1200
सर एक
क्लास है
बार
क्या? अब
और
से इससे पहले कोई क्लास होती है क्या?
No.
हाँ सर,
इससे पहले
इलेक्ट्रिकल स्टार्ट किया है सर, 1400 to 1500।
maybe
यस
that's
सर।
why. Maybe that's why, huh?
दो क्लास है
यस
सर।
सर।
Okay.
सर एक दिन
Once you have
एक दिन
done, please
एग्जाम
let
से
me know.
पहले
Hmm. बोलो
सर
बोलो.
एग्जाम से पहले एक दिन क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन रख लेना सर।
Okay. संडेज को रखते हैं, एवरी
हाँ सर,
संडे.
संडे को
हाँ
सर।
सर, हाँ सर,
जी
बेस्ट सर।
ठीक है, एवरी संडेज विल कंडक्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन, बट
ओके
वन
सर।
डे बिफोर यू हैव टू गिव मी द क्वेश्चंस.
ओके सर।
Okay, so that, क्योंकि नहीं तो फिर I will be able to take maybe only 2-3 questions, but if you give me before some questions I will already prepare for you. Okay, थोड़ा जल्दी हो जाएगा.
ओके सर।
Sir, can you please add this lecture?
पिछला लेक्चर हो गया अपलोड?
हाँ जी सर।
यस सर, हो गया।
ये भी हो ही जाएगा, डोंट वरी. चलो, इट इज ओके.
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलो, we'll meet tomorrow then.
Thank you.